All right, how y'all doing today? So this is Javan and LaRissa Johnson.
The
Johnson Team 18 in the building. How y'all doing? So we'll be posting this on our 6-month wedding anniversary. So we're recording it like the day before. So the married life. The married life is fantastic.
Yes.
It's a great life. I love this woman so much.
Oh, I love you so much. You're so sweet.
You're so sweet. She's so fantastic. I mean, a woman of God, a praying woman. So I'm so blessed to have her in my life, have her as my best friend. Best friend.
Blessed to have each other.
Absolutely.
Besties for life.
Absolutely. And so what we want to do is kind of just give you an update. I know different people have been following our journey, and it's been a very blessed journey. And to kind of talk about some things as far as even with that, because sometimes from the outside looking in, people may not really know what to expect, like going into marriage and then what the married life is like. And it can vary from person to person, from couple to couple. So one thing we're talking about today is the importance of really being proactive going into your marriage, and just some things to consider within the marriage. And one of the things is to actually have some discussion before you get married.
Absolutely.
That's one thing we did. We had a lot of discussion. We asked different questions. So we had an idea of what the other person felt about certain things. And that's how we saw how compatible we were.
Like deep, real questions. Not just, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? You know how to cook?
Right.
That's all great. But you have to go way deeper than that.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing, that sometimes if you don't deal with that kind of stuff beforehand, after you get married, things can kind of surprise you, and you be like, okay, well, I wasn't expecting X, Y, and Z. But if you talk about certain things, you already know, like going in, you're on the same page. Whatever it is that would be something that would be important to you, I would say, make sure you talk about those types of things.
Lifestyle conversations, how you live your everyday life, your belief systems, your values, even like church. Like you can't just assume everybody goes to church with the same frequency. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, we're going to sleep in today. And some people are like, no, we're going to be there rain or shine. So,
right.
Lifestyle.
Absolutely. When it comes to marriage, it's important to have a mindset of like not just looking at yourself, but being very selfless, and to be the type of person like, okay, what can I do for my spouse? If you're selfless and you really can give of yourself and you really want what's best for your spouse, marriage is great.
It's gonna thrive.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna flourish.
Yes, and so this woman right here is a blessing. I mean, she's so sweet and she does so much for me. It touches me so much. It's like, man, okay, I want to do this for her. She does this for me. I want to do that for her, type of thing. And I think it's like a cycle that goes back around.
You reap what you sow, and it does work that way. It's the same thing. He does all these amazing things for me, like just very thoughtful. And it's like, oh, what else can I do for him? It's kind of like you work to out-bless the other person.
Yeah. And so I think that's the way, if you're going to have any type of friendly competition going on.
That's the only one you're going to have.
That's the way to do it. Do it that way. Try to outdo each other as far as like trying to out-bless each other, if anything. But, it's very much a blessing. So I think these are the things you have to take into consideration, with marriages. Things don't just happen in the sense of, if you're not prepared, if you don't have any type of plan, and you just think, okay, this is just marriage, this is how it's going to be. Different people are different. So, I mean, you can hear different stories. Some people may tell you, okay, well, this is how things are going to be at about this time. After 3 months, this will happen. After, 6 months, this will happen. After a year, this will happen. But that's their particular situation. And it could be either way. It could be positive or negative. So you really have to look at, what are you dealing with? How are you handling things? You
get to determine the climate of your marriage.
Absolutely.
Don't let anyone else determine the climate for you.
Absolutely.
So how are we doing? 6 months later.
Yes. We're doing great.
We're doing amazing.
My love continues to grow for her.
Same here.
It's just every day is a blessing.
It is. Like waking up in the morning, going to bed at night. It's awesome. So yeah, we're doing wonderfully.
Yeah, we're doing great. And I think that's the thing, is when you keep Christ first, and you just stay focused and you continue to love on each other, it's a blessing, you know. And I think another key thing is, and this really is at any part of the marriage, it could be early on, you know, in the beginning phases, middle, at any point, it's also important, you know, to stay closely connected to your spouse and not to allow like third-party influences to come in as well. And I mean, that can come in a lot of different ways, third-party influences. So you really got to be mindful. I mean, if people are trying to give you advice and things like that, I mean, always, you know, you can prayerfully consider what different people are saying, but, you know, you never want to let people come in between you and your spouse. So that's also important. Mm-hmm.
So for the person out there who says, do y'all fight? What you gonna say?
I say this, we get along very well.
Yeah.
You know, we communicate. So if something is like, if it's something that's bothering us or something, you know, that we would like to see done differently, we just say it. And it doesn't have to be like intense.
Get it all out. Out in the open.
Yeah. For people who don't know our story, we were virgins up until we got married. So we lost our virginity to each other. So that's one thing people may say, well, you got to do X, Y, and Z before you get married. No? And, you know, we didn't have to live together. You know, we waited until after we got married to live together. So these are things that also, you know, you can do these types of things. And so I feel like that just like that, you can also get along very well as well. So are there some different things once you actually live with somebody, some things? Yeah, but I mean, we discussed those types of things as well. Because I knew between us, I knew who was going to be the neater person. Like, I knew from the very first time, like, it's not to say that, like, you know, that I can't keep stuff neat. Yeah. So, like, for example, like, here's an example of just something where we may have went about things a little bit differently. It's like, she likes to clean, like, right after dinner. She don't really want to come and sit on the couch. She want to clean everything up. So, like, early on, I was kind of like, oh, okay, you know, because I'm thinking, like, we got to clean right now, you know? So little stuff like that. But it's not like you got to get into a fight about it. You just learn, like, okay, this is what it is. And if you really mean when you get up there and you say those vows, if you really mean that kind of stuff, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal to make that type of adjustment. So
yeah, you have to view one another with eyes of love and just with that empathetic heart and understanding that not everybody's like you, and like going in like knowing, okay, this person's gonna have some differences that you're gonna have to be willing to accept and not make a big deal. Like, some things are just not worth making a big deal over.
Absolutely. So we just want to come here, you know, kind of give you an update, say hello. Stay tuned for the Johnson Team 18 channel. Subscribe to that channel. Subscribe to LaRissa J as well, LaRissa's new channel, and subscribe to WWD Music. Thank y'all for watching. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.